Francis Reyes actually has one.
Yo, Francis.
About Michael Hayes. He says, "Where's the strangest place you've been with Mr. P.S. Hayes where someone hit him with the doot, doot, doot?"
Michael travels every week, and he's in and out of airports and hotels and all this stuff all the time. And he gets so tickled every time, wherever he is, and somebody will just look at him and not say, "Oh my God, look, Freebird Michael P.S. Hayes." And they just look at him and go, "Doot, doot, doot, you're the doot, doot, doot man." And he's just like, "Names. Yeah. I tell you, I've known Michael for more years than I really care to admit, over 40 years. And, we've done a lot of things together. We've lost bags of herbal remedies from getting into my car and driving 100 yards and him losing a bag of weed. We were in San Antonio one time, and we were kind of like on a retreat type of a thing, creative retreat. And we had, I don't know, man, everybody was pissed off at us. They were like, "Oh, okay, I don't want anybody to go out, tonight. You guys all need to get together, and you guys need to come up with something for tomorrow, and blah, 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 blah. But I don't want you out partying and, getting in trouble doing anything stupid." Well, that's fine, but we're adults. And the younger folks on the team, they took that message to heart, and they were very much like, "Well, by God, I'm going to stay in. We've done our work. We have something to present tomorrow, but I'm going to stay in. I'm going to be rested. I'm going to be ready to go." Michael and I look at each other and go, "Let's go to the bar." We might have inhaled a few things, and we go down to the bar and we proceed to drink heavily. And Michael's one of those guys, man, that he'll hit that plateau, and then he'll go choom, right off the edge. And I'm a happy drunk. I drink, I'm happy, and then I just want to go sleep. So there was nobody at the bar, and Michael knew the owner of the hotel, so they're like staying open as long as we need to and just giving us whatever we want. And now, okay, so I'm going to bed. Michael's falling off the edge. Michael's kind of there, so we go and we get in the elevator. And as we're going in the elevator, we think we have, we dodged this bullet because ha ha ha, we're stoned, we're drunk, and now we're going to go to bed. Nobody caught us. And as we're riding up in the elevator, ding! Oh shit! Somebody's getting on the elevator. Oh, I'm gonna have to tell them because they probably hit the button to go down. We're going up. Nobody goes up on the 8th floor to get to the 11th. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The elevator doors open, and there's Stephanie and Triple H.
Oh no!
Our boss. And we looked at each. Oh, I'm sorry, I left out a very important part. When we get in the elevator, Michael's like, "Hey." I'm like, "What?" He goes, "Watch right." Bam! It just pops me in the mouth with his working punch. Because I'd rather have him hit me with his best punch he's got, because it will be softer than his working punch. And so my lip is bleeding and all that shit. So when the doors open, there I am, bloody lip, going down, Michael, blood on his hand. And we're just like, and doors open. We're like, oh shit. We didn't do nothing. And where are you guys going? We're going up to Vince's room. We have dinner. It's okay. What floor? Oh, yeah, 11 right there. So come to find out, my room was right next door to Vince's.
Oh no!
Yeah. Oh yeah. It was great. It was great. And they didn't say anything to us. But yeah, it was a little hand caught in the cookie jar there a little bit. It was fun. Well, I mean, really, what are you gonna do? Went down,
That's what it is at that point.
Beverage.
Instagram a wrestling historian says Tori Wilson was originally going to be the first Divas champion. True or false? Thanks in advance. I hadn't heard that before. Is that something that rings a bell to you? That maybe the Divas Championship was going to be Tori Wilson up first.
God, I have no idea. Who was the first Divas champion?
Well, I was hoping that you would know.
Why would I know that?
Well, I mean, you work there.
Yeah, well, she might have been discussed. I'm sure. Again, in discussions, everybody is discussed. Yeah,
Yes.
you have a roster. You look at everybody. How does everybody fit into this? Could they possibly work here? Could they not? And I'm sure Tori was probably discussed in that, and probably would have been great champion. Their talent, and a lot of times Tori did not get into this business to wrestle. She was a fitness model. She got in to be just a player at WCW. And when WWF bought WCW, she was one of the talent, her and Stacy Keibler, that we wanted to keep. And, Tori is probably, you would be hard pressed to find a more genuine, just kind of sweetheart than Tori. She's just absolutely great. But she worked at it, man. She tried, and she got in there, busted her butt, but it wasn't something that she really longed to do. But she enjoyed the business. She enjoyed being around everybody, and she enjoyed doing what she did. But yeah, I would say that she was probably discussed, but I don't think it was, okay, it's going to be Tori Wilson, by God.
Michelle McCool was the first champion.
Okay.
Drew Landry says on Kurt Angle's old show, he mentioned that he tried to wrestle Bret Hart for WrestleMania 18 in Toronto. Do you remember this? And is that match a great what if to you? Do you remember that ever even being discussed? 2002, Bret and Kurt Angle?
Yeah, not by us. Again, it's guys sometimes will have in their head, I sure would like to do this.
Right.
And maybe they mention it, or they talk to somebody and go, yeah. Bret wasn't back in the ring by that point by any stretch of the imagination. And Bret had suffered the concussion and already had the stroke and all of those things. So, Bret had no designs on being in the ring for anybody or anything for any reason. So the thought that even could have remotely happened and or been discussed on a real basis, absolutely untrue. Not in a million years, because Bret wasn't ready at that point. Not even remotely close would Bret have considered A, coming back with the company, and B, well, maybe come back with the company, but he wouldn't have considered at that point getting back in the ring. In that phase of his life, he was not in a place mentally, physically, or any other way that he would have done that. I think Kurt sometimes imagines things, and he will talk about them and talk it into existence. Whereas would it have been great in their prime? Holy cow, it would have been fabulous. But no, that time frame, absolutely not.